חשבתי לרגע, אולי תרצה בי באמת, עייפתי מלתת, זו סופה של מלחמה. אהובי, התרסקתי, רק כדי שתחבר אתה את חלקיי, תצרוב שוב על ידיי, את אור הבוקר של חיי. והלילה, רק הלילה אתה בא, ומבקש ממני, תני לי לילה, רק עוד לילה. תאמר, תאמר, תאמר לי, תאמר, תאמר, תאמר לי, חייתי שרי, את כל העולם שלי. תאמר, תאמר, תאמר לי, תאמר, תאמר, תאמר לי, חייתי שרי, את כל העולם שלי. חייתי, התפכחתי, לא שומעת מילותיך המחושפות, עייפתי מלבכות על כל מה שמכאיב לך. אהובי, כבר עזבתי, נעלמתי, לבד יצאתי אל הכל, קיביתי את האור שלא יהיה לאן לחזור. והלילה, רק הלילה אתה בא, ומבקש ממני, תני לי לילה, רק עוד לילה. תאמר, תאמר, תאמר לי, תאמר, תאמר, תאמר לי, חייתי שרי, את כל העולם שלי. תאמר, תאמר, תאמר לי, תאמר, תאמר, תאמר לי, חייתי שרי, את כל העולם שלי. תאמר לי, תאמר לי, תאמר, תאמר, תאמר לי, תאמר, תאמר, תאמר לי, חייתי שרי, את כל העולם שלי. התנועה שלך בתוכי ילדתי, כמו גלים הנושקים אל החוף, פעימות ליבך על ליבי, הן כמקצב על אור התוף. יחד נגדל קצת בזהירות, לא תמיד תהיה לנו קל, ואז תצאי זכה וטהורה כשכבת הטל. אלוהי הדברים הקטנים, אלוהי הדברים הפשוטים, שמור על שאהבה נפשי. אלוהי הדברים הקטנים, אלוהי הדברים הפשוטים, שמור על שאהבה נפשי. את גדלה אל מול עיניי, עולה במדרגות, לפתע מועדת, כואבת בלי קול, מרימה את ראשך, ואני כאן מולך, תמיד אהיה לצידך. בין ידיי הניחי ראשך, בחיקי עכשיו בטוחה, כמו יודעת שברית אהבתנו אינה צריכה עדים וכתובה. אלוהי הדברים נפשי. אלוהי הדברים הקטנים, אלוהי הדברים הפשוטים, שמור על שאהבה נפשי. היום בקושי זוכרת
Erev Tov, everyone. So lovely to have you here with us on our Wednesday evening Zoom Siyyum, December the 23rd. I believe it's the 8th of Tevet, the Hebrew month of Tevet. So nice to see so many people joining us already. So nice to see you, Rabbi Kupitz. Shalom, shalom.
Erev Tov, everyone. Hold on, Erev Tov, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. Each day now we get to experience a couple minutes more of light as we move past the winter solstice. So slowly the light is coming as we move forward. So we're going to start with a little music to get us started. So I'm going to turn it back to Cantor Paul.
There's the button. One, two, three, and oops, sorry, I had to push a button here. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. One last hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. How good it
Hine
is.
Matov. How good it is for us to be together. Yes. And I'd like to just say hi to some of the folks who have gathered with us, to Kylie and Marla and Rita and Ellen and Adele and Nancy and Debbie, all of you. Thanks for being with us. And just seeing if I'm refreshing here. And Chris, thank you to all of you for being with us. So it's great to have you here in our online virtual space. And of course, to all of those of you who are here with us on Zoom, to Foxes and the Raskins and Dina and Lois and Sharon and Yvonne, all of you, thanks for being with us. Let me turn my gallery mode on, see if anybody wants to say hello. Becca already has her hand up, so we'll go to Becca and then we'll go to Aurora. Aurora looks like she's getting up too in a minute. So
this is my to-do list of things you gotta do. So 1, play games, 2, read books, 3, squishies, 4, save the world.
That's pretty cool. That's
And
a really awesome to-do list.
Yes.
I told her, how do you save the world? By
By
doing
doing the mitzvah.
That's right. By
one
doing
mitzvah at a
mitzvah.
time.
Good. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that with us, Becca. All right. Aurora, do you want to share something? Go ahead.
We played a puzzle tonight, and today we're eating soup. And Happy New Year's, Happy Christmas.
Thank you. We have all these holidays coming up, huh? For Christmas, for people who celebrate, and we have New Year's coming up. Lots of things, and we just finished Hanukkah. There's so many things. Yeah. Bye. Good to see you. Anybody else? Yvonne, what do you have to share with us?
As I mentioned, good evening, everybody, by the way. As I mentioned last week, we had this wonderful watering can, didn't we? Was delivered to the house with, look what happened. I mean, instant.
There it goes.
I mean, those seeds spread, they come up like it was a Hanukkah miracle. That, I think, is absolutely amazing.
Wow, look at that.
Simon believes it.
Yeah.
But anyway, almost. But anyway, we will be getting flowers, but not sort of overnight.
Right.
But I thought I would sort of trick people. But you will get flowers just like that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And Yvonne, if you want a real miracle, have that cat behind you jump up on your lap. That would be a real Nescadol.
If the cat could jump up on your lap, the one that's behind you, that would be a real miracle, right? All right. Yeah, Sharon, what do you have to share with us? There you go.
I just got off the phone with Bernice Greenstein, and she said to say hello and thank everyone on Zoom and everyone at Temple for all the wishes and cards and well wishes, and that her family is doing much better. And
Great.
she is doing very well. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much. Anybody else have anything they want to share? Okay, great. So I guess I will share a story. So once there was a brother and there was a sister, and they grew up together and they loved each other very much. And they were farmers, and they helped work their parents' farm, and they grew all sorts of things, wheat and corn and vegetables, and they had an orchard and fruit trees. And when they grew up, they got farms of their own. But now they didn't live together anymore. They lived on opposite sides of a mountain. Well, it had been a very good year, and they had both had very good harvest. At this time of the year, it was actually that the story took place. It was the time of the wheat harvest. And they had both had lots of wheat that had grown in their fields. And the sister lived with all by herself on one side of the mountain, and the brother had a family on the other side. And the sister thought to herself, my brother, he has a whole family to support, and I've had such a good crop of wheat, such a good harvest. What do I need all this for? I'm going to share some of it with my brother. At the same time, the brother was thinking to himself that my sister on the other side of the hill, she's all by herself. I'm surrounded by all this love of family, people to help me on the farm. I'm going to share some of my harvest with my brother. So each of them that night decided that they were going to secretly carry some bags of wheat over the mountain and leave it at their brother's house or their sister's house. And so they did. They packed up bags of wheat and put it over their shoulders, and they marched over the mountain and they left the wheat. And then they went back to bed. In the morning, each of them went outside and they were shocked. I don't understand. I brought wheat over the hill, and yet there's just as much wheat here as when I started. What could have happened? Well, doesn't matter. I'll bring another load tonight. So the sister packed up her load and started over the hill. The brother packed up his load and started over the hill. They left it with the wheat in their siblings, near their siblings' granary, the place that they stored their grain. And they went back home and went to sleep. And the next day when they both woke up, they went outside and they couldn't believe their eyes. There was just as much wheat there as had been there before. So they thought, all right, one more time, let's try this again. But this time, their timing was much more in unison with one another. And they both got up and grabbed their wheat and left at the same time. And as they reached the top of the hill, they saw each other right at the top of the hill. They came to the top of the hill together. And they were right there, and the brother saw the sister carrying her bags of wheat, and the sister saw the brother carrying his bags of wheat. And they understood what had been happening, that each had been trying to share their harvest with one another. And they put down their bags and they gave each other big hugs. This was pre-pandemic. They could give big hugs even though they lived in separate households. They gave each other big hugs and they went back to their own places. Well, the tradition told us that the Midrash says that years later, when God was trying to pick a place in Jerusalem to have the temple built, to have the holy temple built, that God chose that mountaintop because that was where these siblings, this brother and this sister, showed such great love and concern for one another. And so we learn, of course, that all of us are our brother and our sister's keeper. And all of us can show love for one another. And when we do, we're able to build holy spaces, holy places, holy moments in those places. Erev Tov, everyone. We're going to move into our Siyyum, our Shema and Hashkivenu prayers.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom, L'shalom. V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. Ufros aleinu Sukat Shalomecha, Ufros aleinu Sukat Shalomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right, O Adonai. Amen. Amen, amen. Amen, amen, amen. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom, L'shalom. V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. Ufros aleinu Sukat Shalomecha, Ufros aleinu Sukat Shalomecha. Amen. Amen.
Just a few announcements. This is whoever's out there, just a reminder. And some of you may have received an email tonight. Some of you may not have if you've already participated in our Tree of Life Giving Tree campaign. But it's just a little over a week left, and we still have about $13,000 we need to raise in order to fully meet our match. And so we hope that some of you are able to participate if you haven't already, at whatever level you can. So that's one thing that's going on. A week from this coming Tuesday, I start a new class, a 10-week class on what is social justice what is Jewish social justice. I'm looking at Jewish text and Jewish engagement with social justice through time, and also thinking about both kind of the text and the theory and also the practice. So how do we to move into that? And that's a class that does require registration. So if you are interested in that class, check your congregational email or just call the Temple office and talk to Beth, or email Beth in the office, and she can help you with the registration for that class. There are other adult learning things that are coming up, so keep an eye on that. We're kind of on a little break right now until after the first of the year, but we'll be coming into that. So so that's the place, and of course we continue to pray for all of those in our community and those in our lives who are ill and need some strength as we move forward, and all of those things. Any other announcements, Dina or Paul, that you want to make while you're here?
The only announcement I want to make is really a non-announcement. It's something that's not happening. I did post earlier today that I am sad for a number of things we weren't able to do this winter season, but one of the things that I'm going to miss the most is this will be the first year in many that I have not had the opportunity to host the screening of Fiddler on the Roof at the local Lemley Claremont Theater, which we sold out just about every year, all but the first year, I think. And I know a lot of you who are on here were in the habit of joining our community on Nittelnacht, which is kind of a Yiddisher way of saying Erev December 24th, or Erev December 25th, really, depending on how you structure that concept. But anyway, in lieu of watching Fiddler together as a community, as we have done all these many years, I just made a suggestion that we show our support for the Lemley family and the Lemley Corporation, who have been very supportive of the Jewish community, by perhaps considering renting one of the films off of their website. And you'll find that link in my personal post and also on the post I shared on our facebook.com/TBI Pomona. Other than that, looking forward to seeing you all on Shabbat, Friday night, as usual, at 6:30 for our family service and 7:30 for our regular service.
And I've heard that there is a special halachic dispensation this year, a little Jewish law dispensation, that Chinese food for Shabbat dinner is totally appropriate on Friday this year.
In fact, I think there was a couple of people sharing the machlochet and the halakha around that this afternoon on at least some of my feeds. So the dispute and the path forward.
So that's it. Any announcements, Dina, from you?
And I just wanted to share that I know that there are some in our congregation who are struggling with and recovering from COVID. And we have a growing number of congregants who want to help out in various ways, including delivering chicken soup to your door. So if you are anyone or know of anyone who could use some Jewish penicillin delivered, let me know, and I will definitely make that connection for you.
Great. All right, let's close with a song, Cantor Paul.
Well, considering the season and considering those of so many in need in so many different kinds of ways, I just want to make a suggestion that we... So open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only. Before our one and only. If your God is my God and my God is everything, aren't we all part of one God? So let your God be my God, and let our God be everything. Oh, we all know we're all part of one God. So open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only. For our one and only. Well, if your prayer is my prayer and my prayer is everything, aren't we all part of one prayer? So let your prayer be my prayer, let our prayer be everything. Oh, we all know we're all part of one prayer. So open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only. Before our one and only. Well, if your song is my song, and my song is everything, aren't we all part of one song? So let your song be my song, and our song will be everything. Oh, we all know we're all part of one song. Everybody, so open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only, before our one and only. So open up your heart to all the lost and the lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only, before our one and only.
Erev Tov, everyone. Thanks for being with us. Lehitraot. We'll see you soon.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us.